Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a light classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with ExcelR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank ExcelR for being a part of it.
very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later from our college, I get to know about ExcelR and I enrolled in ExcelR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on study, they're also conducting different exams to test our knowledge. And as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, ExcelR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across ExcelR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the ExcelR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, ExcelR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI.
Good evening, all. I hope my voice is audible to everyone.
Hello, hi guys, I'm audible to you all?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Good evening, sir. You can start the session. You can take over the class.
Okay, okay, Sushmita, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, hi guys, welcome. So, as you all are aware, that we have these sessions conducted, and we'll be making projects in it. I hope all are aware of the agenda. Okay. So these are the student development program initiatives which ExcelR takes. So we'll be creating a project from scratch. We'll be creating the backend as well as the front end of the project. So we'll be having 5 sessions of 2 hours each. And the backend which I'll be using is Java Spring Boot. And the front end, in the Spring Boot itself, we have a UI library called as ThymeLeaf, which is built on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we can use that. And if time permits, I'll also show you all how to call these APIs which we are making in Java using one of the JS frame libraries like React. So have you all been trained on any of these technologies? Anyone? About Java Spring Boot and React JS, so that I know, once I understand the audience, I can pace my sessions accordingly. And so, okay. Majority of them are saying no. So I'll try to make it as an interactive session, maybe as I had discussed with the ExcelR management. So they told that ask the students also to do pair programming parallelly and ask them also to code. So if that is the case, I would want you all to install some softwares. Has everyone installed JDK on his or her machine? Even JDK 8 would also do, okay? 1.8, whatever you all call it. So this is what I would want first. Then after that, I would want Eclipse. And then you would also need Postman to test the APIs in the backend. And I would also need MySQL. Yeah, so these 4 softwares I would request everyone to install on his or her laptop or machine. JDK 1.8, Eclipse, Postman, and MySQL. Yeah, this much should be sufficient. Once I go with the React part of it, then I might also ask you all to install VS Code, but that is optional because we don't need to, we don't have to rush and complete a lot of stuff. If we can do a limited amount of content, but we can do it confidently, that is more important than doing a lot of stuff and rushing through it. So if I can, this is optional. Yeah, so I've sent a list of software. So who has all the first 4 mentioned over here installed on their machines, respective machines? Any version of JDK would do. 1.8, I just ask for the bare minimum. So if not, then try installing it right away. If I have any links to help you all with, I'll share them. So let me check if I have any downloadable links which I can share it with you all so that your task becomes easy. So, because I'll keep some time for the session for practice, and I would request you all to practice what I have taught in that session. So practice, our laptop should be fully configured. So this is the link where you all can download the JDK 8 from. Download it and install it. So I'm sending it to everyone. So this is for JDK. Okay. Then Postman, you can just directly Google Postman and it will give you the link, directly download it from there. And MySQL, I also had a documentation prepared for MySQL, step by step. I had prepared it. Maybe I can show you all that also. So I'm sending you all the relevant data which I have. I'm also sending you a step-by-step guide on how to install MySQL on your laptop. So these softwares will be needed for making the project. Okay. So now I'll give you an overview as to what we will create so that you all have some motivation. That by the end of the session, you all will also be, able to create such RESTful APIs and the front end for them. So let me run the code and give you all a demo as to what we will try to achieve. I'm starting my application. I'll share the screen once it is ready. If anyone has any doubts, concerns about the software, you can text me. If I can assist, I'll help you out. Okay, see guys. So this is what application which we will make. This is the front end. So this is the authentication page. So those users, so we'll store the details of the users in a database. And then those who are the legitimate users, they can use our application. So let's say if this is the legitimate user, and if the credentials are correct, then that user will be able to log in, and we will give this as our landing page. So this is the list of all customers. Okay, I'm doing a customer management application. So these are list of all customers. Okay, and now the customer who will tell me by which customer did I log in. Okay, who was observing when I was entering the name of the customer while login? Anyone? Yes, I've logged in with Alice. Alice is a super user. Okay, Alice is the administrator. So administrator will have all the rights, all the CRUD operations. Okay, what do we mean by the CRUD operation, guys? Does anyone have any idea as to what do we mean by CRUD operations? CRUD is the abbreviation. Yes, anyone? CRUD? Create, read, update, delete. What do you mean by CRUD? C for create. So these form the crux for your database and your project. So in every project, you will be doing these 4 operations. You'll be creating, you'll be reading, you'll be updating, and you'll be deleting. So you should have command on these 4 processes. Now, as Alice is a super user, we can call her as the admin. So we have assigned the role to Alice as admin. So Alice has the authority to carry out all the operations. Alice has the authority to carry out all the operations. Okay, so Alice can create, read, update, and delete. So as Alice is the So Alice, as she is the super user, she will have authority over all the 4 operations. Okay, she'll be authorized to perform all the 4 operations. So I'm just setting the expectation as to what we are going to achieve in our project. If I log in with any other user, let's say I have another user called as Ben. So I have one more user, Ben, and Ben is a simple user. Okay, Ben is a user. He is not the admin. So for that, other users, I have given limited access to the application. So Ben can create and read. But if Ben tries to update and delete, he cannot perform these operations on the application. So this is called as authorization. So we will not authorize Ben. Okay, so I'll just give you all a demo so that you all have the expectation. So okay, now you all tell me, I want you all to interact. Now, if Alice tries to add a customer, add means create. So can Alice create a new customer entry? Yes, no, maybe, guys. Yes, I would want you all to be a bit participating. Okay, so that will only happen when you all interact. Because, okay, if anybody is struggling, I might ask them to share their screen also, and we can sort out the problem. Yes, Alice can. So I'll say add. Okay, and let's try to add a record. Okay, so let's try to add a record. Rishabh. Okay, customer phone and customer gender. And as I click on register, the record gets added over here. Maybe somewhere you will see. You see? Rishabh record got added over here. So Alice was able to do the create. Alice is able to see the record. So Alice is able to do the read also. So now we'll tick. Alice was able to do the create. Yes. Okay. Alice was able to do the read. Yes. Now let's try to do update with Alice. So let's see if Alice can update the record or not. So now let's say, let's try to update any record. Okay. Let's take this ExcelR and let's try to update it. So see, Alice is able to update the record. Okay. So that ExcelR record, Alice is trying to update. Okay. So you can update your first name, last name, email, and your phone number. And let's say submit. And as I do a submit, see, here the record got updated. So Alice is able to update, and Alice can also delete also. As I click on delete, that record got deleted. See, if I delete Rishabh's record, that record gets deleted. We can put a confirmation message also. So we'll try to put a confirmation message there. Are you sure you want to delete? And once he says yes, then we'll delete. So now I log out with Alice now. Okay, so I'll just log out. And now let me try to do the same operation with the other user. Let's say Ben. And let's log in with Ben. Let's log in with Ben's credentials. What happened? Okay, now see, now who's the logged in user, guys? Now who's the current logged in user? The current logged in user is called as principal. Current logged in user of the application is called as principal. So now who is the principal? Now he is Ben, and Ben is an admin user or simple user. So he is a simple user. So he will be able to view. So he's able to read and he can create. Okay, so he can create any. So let's say, we'll say any. Rajwal@gmail.com. So he's able to create also. So he's able to create. The record gets added over here, Prajwal Kumar. But now if Ben tries to update, see what happens. We'll say forbidden access and we'll tell, hi Ben, you do not have permission to access this page. So we need to authorize the application properly. And if Ben tries to delete, then also it will get a forbidden access. So all this we plan to achieve in the forthcoming session. So I have set the expectations correct. Now, how to achieve this? This is what we need to do. So, is the scope of the application understood, guys? So we'll be creating the CRUD operations and we'll also securing them by authorization and authentication. Okay. So if you don't have the authentication correct, so if I log out now, and now if I enter the wrong password, so let's say the Ben is a genuine user, but if I enter any random wrong password, it will say bad credentials. So we need to add security also to our project. So even if you can show this much on your resume, it would be a good thing. Okay, that you have made a full-fledged CRUD operated project. Now, how to go about it? So for that, we will be making some endpoints at the backend part and reflecting them on the front end. using our UI, and the UI which I'll be using over here is Thymeleaf, which is combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. So who all have tried to install the software? And if you all are having any issues, you all can hold down the chat. At least initiate the installation so that it can be in process. Okay, perfect. That it's, yeah, it will take a bit of time. Java will not take much time, but Eclipse will take some time to install. So maybe today's, so I would appreciate that if you all can do pair programming with me, those who have a laptop. Those who don't have a laptop can just watch the recording and try to understand the concept. But those who have a laptop, it would be good that if they can do parallel programming with me, so it will be good for the understanding, because if you can replicate it on your laptop, that means you have understood the concept thoroughly. Okay, so try to install the softwares. Meanwhile, I'll start. Okay, so how we'll progress with application development? I'll show you all first. Okay, so every application which we make or project which we make has a 3-tier architecture. It has the front end. Front end is the part of the application which the end user, the customer, will communicate. What we will show to the customer, that is the front end part of that. Eclipse. Okay, let me show you all what Eclipse you all need to install. The first, you just need to go and download, just search for download Eclipse for whichever Windows you have or whichever OS you have. So I have Windows 10, I'll say download Eclipse for Windows 10. And then you go to this official website of Eclipse. And then you download this. You see this 3 lines, there's a this icon. Don't go to Temurin. Download this. So just click on download and your application will keep on. You go to the next page, and here you click on download, it will start downloading it. Do this one. So download this one. So this should be around some 230 or 240 MB. But depending on your internet speed, this will download, and then just double click and install it. For installing, choose the second option. When you will install this, okay, so steps to install Eclipse. So when this step comes up, try to use this one, Eclipse ID for Java EE developers. Okay, choose this option, the second option. Okay, by default, it is choosing the first one for Java developers, but go with the Java EE Enterprise Edition. Okay. See this one, second one, Java ID for Enterprise Java and Web Development. Use this second option. Then it is just next. Okay, so let me show you all what is architecture. So the part of the application which the client will access, that is called as front end. So what I showed you over here in our case, I showed you the front end. This is the front end of the application. So the client will interact. Okay, so the client will interact with this part of the application. This. So whatever the client will see, the user interface. So this color is black, this color is gray, this color is white, button is blue color, this is teal color. Okay, this is the header, which is having a black background. So all this what we design that is called as the front end part of the application. Okay, this is done using HTML and CSS. Okay, this is your languages. So HTML, CSS are front end languages. Then the front end. So let's say I have a form opening for the register customer. So when I go to, so when the user will click on add, this form will open. So this form is collecting the information. So this form is collecting the information, customer number, customer name, and other information. And once it collects all this data, then it does a submit. Then it does a submit. Submit means it is sending that information to the server. So once it does the submit, then all this data is then sent to the server, to the backend now. Okay. So that is sent to the backend. So in the backend is comprised of two things. So the backend is comprised of two things. So this is the front end and this is the back end. This is the back end. Okay. And the backend now is comprised of, thank you. The backend now is comprised of two things. First is the server. Okay, so this is the server, or you can call it as a web or the app server. Web application or your Android application, mobile applications. So I will call it as, the web means website and app means application. So if I want to run it on my mobile, I will call it as an application. If I run it on the browser, it is called a website. So website or application server, which you call as a web app server. So from the front end, the request will go to the web server, and the web server then to store the data will need a database. That this combination forms the backend. So database. Database in our application will be MySQL. Okay, so we are using the MySQL as a database. This is the database in our application. Okay. So the backend now, your web server communicates with your database. And this for backend, the language which we are going to use is Java. And for Java, we have a framework called as Spring Boot. So we'll use Java Spring Boot to make the backend. And front end, we'll use HTML. Okay, and Spring Boot gives you a library called as Timeleaf, which will make our life easier, front end part easier. So now once the user enters the data, so once the user enters the first name, last name, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and the email. And when the user clicks on submit, okay, so we have to then send on the submit click, data is sent to the server. So on click of submit button, data from the front end is transferred or is sent to the backend. Okay, so data is now sent to the backend. Now this data which is sent from the front end, it is converted into an object first. So we will make it into an. Have you all studied any object-oriented programming, guys? What is a class? What is an object? Are you aware of it? Anyone? Is anyone aware of what is a class? What is an object? Okay, so you all are aware of. So who's over here trained on Java, at least is well versed on Java terminologies? Anyone? Because the idea of project making is that we first learn the technology and then we make a project on that. So if we are not well versed with the terminology which I will be using, then how will we cope up, guys? How many of y'all from here, how many of y'all who have joined are from a non-technical background, from a not CS background? I have not done any computer engineering or computer science courses, are from a non-technical background. Who all? Okay, one. Oh, actually one hand raised over here. Okay, two hands raised. So out of 280 odd people, only 2 people are there from a, 3 people are there from a non-tech background. The majority of us are from a technical background, so are able to understand the terms which I am using over here. So what we will do is we will collect this data into an object. Okay. And then we will send this object to the server. So Virat, so we'll make a class first, make an object. So the attributes of the class will be fname, and value of this fname is coming from this text box. And I will have lname, last name. The value of that is coming from this text box. And then I'll have one more called as email, the value of which will come from this text box. Blah, 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 whatever. So I will create an object and I will send this object to the server. Okay. So in the server now, the entry point to the application is the controller. Now try to understand this. Okay, so the entry point in the application is the controller. So the request which comes from the front end will first come to the controller. It is called as a controller. The request will hit the controller first. And then the controller will pass it on to the service layer. So we have layers over here of, so this will be the service layer. Service layer. And then the service layer will pass it on to the repository layer. And the repository is the layer which communicates with the database. So we'll try to configure them one by one. So you'll just follow the steps. You all should be able to do it. No need to worry. So we have the repository. Okay. So, and then the repository layer communicates with the database. All this entire life cycle we need to configure, guys. So then the control is the entry point of the app. This is like a receptionist. You can visualize the controller as a receptionist. So when you check in into a hotel, the first employee of the hotel which you meet is the controller, is the receptionist. And then the receptionist will tell you which floor is the room, you know, and will help you out. So if there are hundreds of rooms in the hotel, which room should you go to out of those 100 will be shown to you by the receptionist. Okay, so the entry point of the application is the controller. So when we submit the data, it will go to the controller, and then controller will then keep on interacting with the service and repository. So this is a bird's eye view of what we are planning to develop. So if you can take a screenshot, you can take it for your record so that we can tally it later on as to have we completed each phase of our development. Okay, I'll also keep on saving it, and later on I'll push the entire code to GitHub. I'll share the whatever code I'm doing on a daily basis. I will share the entire coding with you all guys. On a daily basis, whatever I'm coding, I'll share it with you all. Okay, so let's start now. So the ID which I'll be using to create the application, I'll able to see my screen. See, the project which I showed you all is this project. Okay, so if you observe over here, you will see I have a controller, I have a repository, I have a service. Okay, and then for the security part, security means the authentication and authorization, that Alice is able to access all the CRUD endpoints, and Ben is only able to access the restricted CRUD endpoints. So for that, we have the service, the security, and repository also I showed you. So whatever I have shown you all in the diagram, we have a package for each of them. So we have a package for controller, we have a package for service, we have a package for repository. So it's a simple architecture of a Spring Boot application. We have one package for controller, one package for repository, one package for service. Entity is the data. So whatever data is being transmitted on the front end and back end, that is my entity. So this I can call as my entity. So one package I can make for my entity class also. So right now I have only one entity class called as custom. So I will be making 4 packages. Packages means grouping of classes. So whatever rectangles you are seeing over here, I'll just color them also for your sake. So these many packages we have to make in our application. And one package comes by default, which has the main method. So main is the entry point of the application. So there has to be one main method. So for the main method, we have one more package. So these are packages will be created. If you want to add the security, okay, that login, you should authenticate the user while logging. That you should authenticate the user while logging. If you want to add that security feature also in your application, then we can add one more package called as security. So these are the packages which I will be creating. I'll explain you all one by one as to what is their purpose and role. So how many packages total will we be creating in our application? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So if I go and show it to you all over here, you can see this is for the main 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, each has its job. So we segregate the code as per the task it is performing. Like how they segregate the books in a library, in shelves and racks. You don't dump all the books under one place. You segregate them in the shelf and racks. So that is the advantage of using packages. Okay. So similarly, I'll create a project for you guys also. Okay. This is the configuration file. So I don't need to go much into details about it. Okay. So let's try to now start with the application. Okay, so to start with the application, to launch the application, for the skeleton of the application, Spring Boot gives us a portal called as Spring Initializer. See over here, Spring Initializer. So you can log into Spring Initializer and create the skeleton of your application. And later on, we will keep on adding the information. Just to start up the application, we can use Spring Initializer. Use Maven as your project. Language, use Java. You can choose any version which you like. I'm using 3.3.4. Later on, we can change this version also. The group is the package name. So as we are working for the company ExcelR, we will say our base package is com.xlr in the reverse order of your domain. So if you are excelr.com, the group name will be com.xlr. Artifact is the name of our project. So if you see over here, these are the projects which I have made in my Eclipse. So whatever name you want to see over here, whatever name you want should reflect over here, that should be the name of your artifact. So I can give you artifact. So let's say I will say project batch customer management system. So I have named our project as project batch customer management system. You can just give this you can skip this. This is just a description about the project. And now it forms a package. It forms a package by then, okay, this should be the artifact, right? This should be the artifact. This should be the artifact. So whatever artifact you have given, by that name, you search for your project. And then the combination of the group and the artifact, it forms a base package. So you can stick to the same base package, or you can give a shorter name, or just not fidget. Let's keep it like this. So our base package is com.xlr.projectbatchcms. You can give any other name if you wish to. Packaging in jar, Java version 17, keep it. And then we need to add some basic dependencies. We need to add some basic dependencies over here. So Spring Boot makes development very easy. So we just need to play around with the dependencies. So you want to add dependencies, and it is helping you over here. See. So first we go to add the web dependency. So whatever it is telling you over here, web security. Okay. Let me see if I have any documentation which I can help you all with. If I have created anything for my starter batch. So it will be a good reference for you guys. Okay, those who wants to check as to what we will be adding. You all can follow this. Okay, so this is the screenshot of the Spring Boot Initializer. I made it, but I've stored it at some different place. So as a good reference point for you. Okay, no worries. Okay, so now what all dependencies should we add? I've shown you on that image which I have just forwarded to you all. So beginner, you just add the web dependency. Then you add the after web, you can add MySQL driver. Okay. Then along with that, initially, I guess you all can add the dev tools, but that's not compulsory. Just web, okay. To interact with the database, you need to add the JPA repository. To interact with the database, you add JPAs. So this much if you add should be sufficient. Spring Web, as and when required, we'll try to add more dependencies. As I told you, now we'll be using time leaf. So when I will create the front end, I will show you how to add the time leaf dependency. So you can use the time leaf. How to add dependencies after creation also, I'll show you all. So at the beginning, this much also if you all create is more than sufficient. And now click on generate and it will download this project into a RAR file over here, see zip file. Open that in the downloads, extract it. So if you can see my download, see this is the project, right click on it and extract it. And it will get extracted. Okay, now you need to open this into the Eclipse now. So if anyone has done the setup complete, maybe I can ask them to share their screen and try to do this task on the candidate's laptop so that we are on the same page. Okay, so once I copy this, then I need to make I'll just make some minute changes in the POM XML. In the POM XML, I'll just make some changes. From version 3.3.4, I will go to 2.6.0 for understandable purpose. Okay, so I'm using version 2.6.4 and my Java version I'm using is 1.8. So I just do these two changes and then I will open the project in Eclipse. Okay, because I've installed Java 8, I will say version 1.8 is Java 8 and I'm using version 2.6.0. Once I make these changes, I save this and now I will open this project in my Eclipse. If anyone has installed the softwares, then I can ask them to share their screen so that the candidates can have a first-hand view of how it is made from scratch. So now I go to open project from file systems. You see, I hope my screen is visible. And then over here in the directory where you have pasted it into the works. Okay, this is the Eclipse workspace. What was the project name? Project batch CMS, and select the folder and you finish it. Now it's opening the project over here, LMNOP here. It's downloading all the files required for our application on the internet. So make sure your internet is on while you're trying to create the project for the first time. It's downloading all the, okay. So now see it's done. And now this is our project. We can expand our project. And now see it is showing our POM XML is having an error. What error is it having? Having an error over here. Okay, so this MySQL dependency, I'll copy from somewhere else. I'll remove this MySQL dependency. And I'll share all these files, so you all don't have to do the configuration. For MySQL, the one which dependency which I have is this one. So for MySQL, the dependency which I will have is this one. I do a save. Okay. And see the error has gone. Okay. Yeah, this much is sufficient. Anybody who's tried to install the application, so I can ask them to share the screen and you all can do it in front of me. So once I have done this much part, second thing what I will do is the configuration which we have to make. So this is only one time you have to make them. Okay, check for your JDK version. So I take this. So I have all these files over. Resources. Format submit. And I just do a project in then I go and do a Maven refresh. Okay, so you have the project batch, SRC main resources, SRC main test. And now see, you have a package by the name com.xlr and the project which we had made. So this much stuff should be easy for you all. I know it's first time, so this will come with practice. And now this has only one package, that is having the main class over here. Okay, so now just keeping the continuation for this, create the other packages also. So what are the packages which we had to create? We had to create the entity package, controller package, service package, and repository package. So that should be an extension of this package. Okay, do not make any other fancy package name. So just right click over here, go to new and say package and project batch CMS dot and the name of your package. I don't give the package name in all small. So entity, so I made entity package. Again, right click over here, new and package. So after entity, I will say controller. Okay, all the packages should be the child of this main package, which I have got by default. So I'm right clicking over there, new package and controller entity. Who will tell me the name of the next package? Who will tell me the name of the next package? Yes. Guys, how many packages do I need to make? Service, yes. And we try to make the package name in all small. Service. And then next package. Repository, absolutely. And then next package, if you want to add the security also. Yes, after repository, we had one more package for the security, if you'll see over here. That is what all endpoints the admin can access. Security I am adding so that I can differentiate between Alice and Ben. If you're having a single user, then no need for security because that person is only going to operate. He is the only single user. So then you can skip this. This is optional. But if you want the application to be real time like, then we need to add the security. So I will go and add the security also. So if anybody who has completed, so go to right click, new and package and security. So my 6 packages are done. Yeah. The reason these are white and this is brown because this has a class inside it, and these are empty packages. So it is showing as white in color. Once I add classes to the packages, their color also will change. So anybody who has who has finished with the installation of at least JDK and Eclipse can also raise their hand so that I can ask them to share their screen and guide them as to how step by step we will create the application. So if one among y'all can volunteer, that will be good for everybody. So it will send a signal that if our classmate can do it, we can also do it. And as these sessions are being recorded also, you can fall back on it and then watch the recording and try to progress. So who will volunteer? I will try to guide them. I will show step by step how to go. So at least that will be a guarantee that the person who is doing parallel programming with me, he will complete the project 100%. Anyone? Yes, guys. I'll take you all step by step. So y'all do not worry to come forward and volunteer. And how would I get an idea as to how y'all are performing and how y'all are catching up? Okay, so once I have made these packages, then I need to do some configuration. These are one-time configurations. So we go into our main.resource, and here you have an application.properties file. In this properties file, you need to send some database configuration. So we are going to connect to MySQL, and what will be the database name, all that. Yeah, if you're comfortable and you have worked with IntelliJ IDEA before, you can stick to IntelliJ IDEA. But as I'll be using Eclipse, so if I tell open this tab, if I tell click on the run and then choose this run as option and then this. So how would you navigate this on Eclipse on your IntelliJ IDEA? So you should be able to understand. So if you're comfortable and you have worked with IntelliJ IDEA before, you can use IntelliJ IDEA. IDE, JDK, these are all individual to individual preferences. Whatever suits you, you can use. And now we need to put some configuration properties over here. So I'll copy the properties from my existing project. So these are just one-time activity. So you can just copy it. So see. So you can just copy this. Okay. And you paste it. So what this is telling me, on which port will my project open? So let's say I change the port to 8089. So when I run my project, it will run on localhost 8089. And what is the name of my database? Okay, so we can give a name of our database. Okay, so this I will say project CMS DB. So this database should exist in your application. So let me go and create this database. Okay, I'll create the database. So those who are using MySQL, they can also create the database. So, okay, so that's why I'm telling, if you all can share your screen, then it will be better for me to assist you. So this is the database which I'm making for our application, project CMS DB. And then click on we have created one. So if you see towards the left, see database has been made. This 0 indicates the number of tables which are there in the database currently. Currently, there are 0 tables in the database, so it is showing you 0. But database has been made. So make sure that the string matches with the name of the database. So this database should be there in our application. Yeah, I can stop sharing, Sanjay. So if you are volunteering to share the screen, I'll stop sharing first and then I'll ask you to share, okay? So let me first complete the basic configuration. My username is root, my password is blank, there's no password. This is my driver. And for security, as of now, I don't have any username password, so I'm keeping it. I'll remove this. This is my dialect here. So I do a save. So this, I have done the basic configuration of my application so far. So now let me try to run my application and check whether it is running. So if I right click on my main class, okay, to go to the class which has the main method, go to this class which has the main method, right click on it, say run as and Java application, and see if it is able to run. So if you get a startup message that application has started up in these many milliseconds, means your task is done. See, if you can get this message, on what port did we start on? 8089, and it took these many seconds to start the application, means our first hurdle has been crossed. Okay, so if you have installed the, yeah, I'll push all this code onto a GitHub. So let me make a GitHub repository also. So I'll show you how to make a GitHub repository. So if you are able to see my screen, yeah, are you able to see my GitHub screen, guys? Yes, no, maybe. So this is my GitHub account. No, not able to see. Now, okay, so once you all register on GitHub, it will give you a dashboard like this. So you go to this plus and you say, I want to make a new repository. So you can name the repository over here. So I will name it as project batch customer management. You can give space in between. GitHub will add the hyphens in between. So see, GitHub is adding the hyphens for you in between. You can name it as it is. And then keep it public and directly go and click on create. So just give the name, nothing else, and directly click on create repository. Okay. Now, once you have got create repository, this page will pop up. Okay. Do not skip this page. Just keep this page over here for some time, because I'll be needing this page. And then you'll also have to go and install Git on a local computer. So you can download Git and install it. Okay, download Git for Windows, and then you can click over here. It will download the Git and install that Git also by just next. It will ask a lot of questions. Just click on next, and it will install the Git. So I have already done the installation. So now which folder do I need to push onto the repository? I want to push this folder, project batch CMS. So I will right click over here and open this in GitHub and open this into my Git bash. So open it over here. Okay. So I'll make the screen bigger. The first thing you need to do is do git init. So initialize the repository. Once it is initialized, then which all files do I need to push? So you do a git status. It will give you the name of all the file in red color. So these files need to be pushed. Okay, so first I will make Git aware of these files. So I will use git add, and dot means all the files. You will add a particular file also. So if I just say git add mvn.cmd, it will only add that file. But when I say dot, it will make Git will be aware of all the files. So once I do a add, and now again do a git status. So now all the files which Git is aware of will be in green color. So before the adding, they were in red color. And now after adding, they will be in green color now. So Git is aware of all these files. So see which we just created. Okay. And now once we have done this, then you got to do a git commit. And -m means message. And you can say this is my initial commit. And once you have committed, then I told you don't delete this page. We'll be needing this page. So go back over here and now copy this line. Copy this git remote add. Entire line, copy it. And you paste it over here. Okay. And once you then now copy the second line. After that, git push -u origin main. Copy that. And then paste that over here. And now my master branch name is master, not main. So I will just change over here to master. And the entire code has been now, whatever coding I have done has been pushed to the GitHub repo. Now if I go and refresh my GitHub repository, if I just click on it, the entire code has come over here. See, and it has come just now 1 minute ago. Okay, so now I can copy this and share this with you all. So the entire code which I am doing is over here. Okay, now I'll stop share. And now who has installed Eclipse and JDK? Any one person can volunteer and share the screen so that others people can also follow the instructions. I guess by now Eclipse would have been installed. Yes. Okay. So Sanjay, are you sharing your screen? I have stopped sharing for that purpose. Am I audible to you, Sanjay? Are you able to share the screen, or just there's still some blockers are there? Have you installed MySQL also? Okay, now Sanjay is sharing his. Yes, Sanjay. Yes, Sanjay. So first thing. Have you installed MySQL? Okay, you can browse this. Okay, you can browse this and change this. Browse this, and go to D drive. Yeah. And make a folder over Java Eclipse program. Make a new folder. Yeah. And don't give us space. Never give us space. Yeah, the voice is echoing. Yeah, I can hear an echo. Are there two systems? Sagar, Sanjay, have you joined through two systems like a laptop and mobile together? So it's causing an echo. Yeah. Now I'm okay. Now it's not echoing. Yeah. So make Java Eclipse. Yeah. Now select folder. So whenever you all start Eclipse, yeah. So now all your program will be stored at this location. So it will be easy for us to trace where our programs are being stored. Yeah. Now you can launch. So meanwhile, this as it is launching parallelly, let's open up a browser and let's make our Spring. Yeah. You open, expand, maximize this. Close the welcome cross. Okay, click on the cross on the welcome. See towards the left, you see a welcome. Left, top left. Yeah, cross. Yeah, perfect. Leave it. Yeah, this much is okay. Now let's go to the browser. And let's open Spring Initializer. Perfect. You can go one step back so that everybody, those who are watching the video, can also understand. Have you installed MySQL, Sanjay? Sanjay, have you installed MySQL? You can put on the chat if you have difficulty with the microphone. Okay, so let's install MySQL also first today. So I've shared you a MySQL guide, a Word file. So open that Word file in the chat. Just scroll up in the chat. I've shared a Word file. Didn't you get a Word file today? Did you join late? Okay, I'll share it again. Let me see if I am able to share it. Yeah, open this Word file, and this will give you the step-by-step installation, how to install MySQL. Yeah, open this, and now follow these guidelines. So go and search MySQL install on Google. Yeah, just check. Go on Alt tab and check which file it is. It's the 306 MB file. Yeah, the below one. Just go and check the document also. If you want, just Alt tab the document, and you will see I put a cross. I put a red marker. Okay, that, yeah, perfect. Now download that file first. Is it downloaded? Have you clicked download? Yeah, below. No thanks. Just start my download here. Okay, so meanwhile this is downloading. Let's okay, if it's getting faster, then we can wait. Yeah, let's wait over here. It's getting faster. So there's no. Okay, now click. Once it's downloaded, click it. Yeah, double click. Now just follow the guide step by step. Okay, so server, just go and check that document. So what are we doing? Full. Yeah, choose full. Yeah, next. Then just click on execute. Yes. So install all the. Anybody else who's installing MySQL parallel with us? So that would be a good thing. Yeah, here. Now here you have to, yeah, do not make any changes. Yes. Next. And now check. Yeah, it's perfect. The default one. Okay, now here you need to give a password. Just check the documentation. So give a password over here, which you can remember, okay? Do not forget. So give a simple password like admin@123 so that you don't forget that password. So you can give whatever password you feel like, but you should not forget it because this password will be needing in a program. So give a simple password. So the reason I'm saying admin@123 is if you forget the password, you can open the documentation and then check from there. Yeah, now next. Check the account, just check the documentation, what is there. You do not make any changes here. Check over there, document, what is there? Yes, yeah, use the default, yes. And now execute again. Do not check anything, just execute here. Yeah, finish. Next. Finish. And then next. Yeah, now go there. Next, yeah, scroll down. The documentation after finish, you have next. And then, yeah, directly click on next. Click on next. Yeah, now enter the password over here. And click on check to verify that it is the correct password. Yeah, perfect. Next. Execute. And finish. Next. Just share the documentation. I guess we are finished with it. Yeah, finish. Check the two boxes. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, perfect. Close this. Close the behind the background. Close the background. No, not this one. The one in the background, I said. Close it. You do not minimize it. Close it. And now close this. Yeah, now go and search for MySQL in the search bar below of your Windows. Yeah. So MySQL. Yeah, now click on MySQL Workbench. Okay, so now you have a connection called as localhost plus. Just click on that. Below. Local instance MySQL 80. Click on that here. Enter the password. Perfect. Now this is your dashboard. You can save it here. So this is the dashboard which will open up. Yes, perfect. Okay. So now what you can do is just maximize this. Okay. So now just hit a query, show databases. Type over there. No, type the query in that query window. Yeah, no, below in this text window below. No, up beside the one. You see the one written left side, left window. Yeah, left below. You see a one written over there. One. Yeah, type over there. Show databases. Semicolon. And then click on that lightning icon, the yellow lightning. Yeah, click on it. So see, these are the databases which we have by default. Information, schema, MySQL. Now you have to make your own database. So enter and say create database. Hit enter. Create database. And what is the name of the database I gave? So open your browser window. And open github.com. After that, give slash and UI Solanki. After github.com, give a slash, /. After GitHub, yes, and give UI Uniform Yankee Solanki, SOLANKI. Enter. So now go to the repositories tab. See the up. Overview repositories. Yeah, click on that. And choose your repository, project batch customer. and go to SRC. Yes, go to SRC and go to the main. Yes, click on main. Yeah, so go to resources. And now click on this file. The properties file, the file name, resources, go to resources and click on the file. Yes. Now what is the database name? Line number 4. After 3306 slash, that is the database name. You copy that. Yes. And now go to your MySQL and say create database, paste this, semicolon. And now select the line which you want to execute. So select line number 2 and click on the lightning icon. So whichever query you want to execute, first, yeah, okay. And now again select store database and check whether it has been added or not. Okay. So now do you see the database project CSDB has been added, right? Now come inside over there. At line number 3, come at line number 3. So whichever database you want to play with, you have to use that. So now say use and the database name. Paste again and semicolon. And now execute this line. So this will be our current database. No. First select that line, use project CMSDB and then execute. Select that enter line with the cursor, yeah, like this. Now execute this query. So now all our queries will go on which database? Will go on the project CMSDB. Okay. Okay, perfect. This much setup you have done is excellent. Now let's go to the Spring Initializer. Let's go to the Spring Initializer. Yeah. Click on it. Perfect. Choose Maven, choose Java, choose 3.3.4. Now give a domain name of your company, whichever company you're working for or you want to make the project for. Okay. Then the name of the project, which will show on the artifact. Artifact is the name of the project. So whatever name you want to give. What name did I give? Okay, you want to give new project. Okay, no problem. And now the package name will be package name will be a concatenation of your group and the artifact. Okay. So if you want to change the package name, you can change it, or it's your wish, or keep the same thing. And Java 17 is okay. Add the dependencies. So add web. Add JPA. Add MySQL. Okay. Perfect. Makes sense. Yeah, it should not be a problem. Or you can remove the MySQL if you want to. Remove the MySQL. I will add it later on. Yeah, this much is sufficient at the moment. Yeah, now click on generate. And see, it's downloaded. Go to the download, yeah. Extract it, right click, extract this. If you extract all here, okay, yeah. Extract it. Now once it is extracted, this is the extracted one. Copy this file now, copy this folder. Control C, copy it, yeah. And now go to D drive and the workspace which we had made. Remember, Java program we had made? Yes. Go over here and paste it over here. And now open this. Yeah. And right click and open the form.xml in
नहीं आगे से नहीं आपको मरती मुझे लिंकिश नहीं आती तुझे आगे तो मुझे
Now do you have Notepad++ installed? Do you have Notepad++ installed? So try install Notepad++. Yeah, go and say Notepad++ download. Yeah, take the first one. Downloads. You have to choose the download option. Yeah, download. Take the second one. Leave the first one. It's unstable. Yeah, take this one. Below. Yeah, download. Click on installer. Click on installer. Yeah. Now go and install it. Double click. It's just 30-second job. Next. I agree. Next. Next. Install. Finish. Yeah. Now go to the folder. Click on no. Now go to that folder which we had downloaded, extracted, and paste it into Eclipse. Go to D drive. Yeah. Open this new project. Right click on form XML and edit with Notepad++. Show more options. Go to show more options. Go to show more options. And go to, click on the file properly. Right click on form.xml. Right click on form.xml. Go to show more options. And can you again click on right click. Go to form. Take the cursor on form.xml. Yeah, right click over here now. Go to show more options. Click on show more options. Okay, close this window first. Yeah, again open this. You can share your screen. You stop sharing. You can share it again. Sanjay, the screen sharing has stopped. Yes, Sanjay, I am audible to you. Can you please share your screen? Yeah, I can see. So can you go back to that D drive? And new project, right click on Eclipse, right click on form XML, go to show more options. And why is it not showing you? You can edit it with whatever. Okay, open Notepad++ in your search bar. Yeah, click on, open that. Click on a new tab. You see a plus, that first icon underneath the file. Expand this, maximize this. Yeah, underneath the file menu, you see underneath the file menu, the first icon. File menu you have on the top, file menu. Just below that file menu, you have an icon, new. Yeah, and go to open. Not new, go to open. File, go to open. And then choose that file which I was selling. D drive. Yeah. Last form XML. Open it. Yeah. So now here what you do is make the version as 2.6.0, line number 8. That we have the same version. And change line number 30 to 1.8. You have JDK 1.8, right, Sanjay? Instead of line number 30, instead of 17, just have You have 23. I shared a link of 8. Did you download that and install it? So if you go to my GitHub, go to the GitHub. My GitHub, which you have already opened, I guess. No, GitHub, after GitHub that. It's open in some tab, right? Yeah, go to repositories and search for JDK. Find the repository. Click on the 8 one. And click on the file, .txt file, yeah. Take the first link, line number 1, there's a link, copy that link and paste in your browser. Download this. Download anyway. Yeah, let it download. So we have the same sort of setup. Yes. Next. Yeah, next. Guys, you can mark your attendance. Those who haven't marked the attendance yet. And others, can watch this recording and then try to install the softwares. So that we have a batch of candidates who have done the project parallelly. So we'll do pair programming. That is the best way to learn any technology. That you do pair programming, that multiple people start programming in a bunch. So I can guarantee that those people who are doing parallelly with me, they will understand the concept thoroughly. And others can watch the recording. Yeah, close, done, perfect. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, so now let's go to the notepad. So we have done the required changes. So it's 2.6.0 and line number 30, make it 1.8. Yeah, perfect. Save this. Very good. Now let's open your Eclipse now. Go to Eclipse and let's open this project over there. Yeah. So let's go to file. No, don't let's go to file and let's go to open project from file systems. Third one. Yeah. And now go to directory, click on directory. And now browse for your project. Where it is? Yeah, this one. Yeah, just select this and no, back. Just select and okay. Yeah, select and select folder. Yeah, perfect. And now finish it. Perfect. So now it will import the project. And now see toward the bottom right, you see a Maven update projects. So it is downloading all the dependent jar files for you from the internet. So at this point of time, your internet should be on, guys, because Java is downloading all the required jar files for the project. See, 7%, 80% completes. Perfect. Yeah, now you can expand our project. No. You see new project, and there's a button beside it, expand button. Left, towards the left of new. Below. Yeah, click on that. Now see, this is the project has been made. Okay. So now let's do some final setups over here. Right click on the project. Right click on new project. Right click on it. So I'll just do some settings. Go to build path. To make sure that the configure build path. To make sure the JDK is correctly set up. Yeah. And here we are using GRE system library 1.8, right? Select that, yes, the library, select it, and go to libraries, the third tab, source, project, and libraries. So uncheck that again, which you just checked. No, yeah, now go to the third tab from here, go to libraries, yeah. Select your 1.8 Java SC, select it, yeah, no, just select it, no double click it, just single click, select, and go to edit. Go to edit, and now you go to alternate GRE and just click on the drop down box. Click on the drop down box besides that alternate GRE. There's a drop down. Yeah, click on it. Now it is not showing. So go to install GRE. So we need to add 1.8 over here. Go to install GRE. Go to add. And the standard VM is correct. Next. And now directory. Go to directory. And now go to C drive. And you might see program files, Java. Yeah, go to JRE 1.8 below. Or take JDK, no problem. Go back. Select the JDK folder. Yeah, just select and select the folder and select folder. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and you can finish now. Finish, apply, and okay, select the check that folder for check the first one and check second one. Yeah, and apply and close. Apply and close. Now click on the alternate GRE tab. Yes, and now you'll see your JDK. Select that. Yes, and finish. So this is our JDK. And apply and close. Excellent. Very good. Now open your pom XML. The last file, pom.xml, just double click on that file. Okay, it opens up over here. So just right click on it and do a Maven update project. Yes. Okay. Okay. Click on OK. Now, why is it fidgeting with your? So if it is showing you a red option, so go to your options, go to window, go to the window option. No. In the Eclipse itself. You see window option on top. Yeah, go to preferences. Go to preferences. Last one. Yeah. Then choose Maven over here towards the left. Maven, yes. And check the download artifact. The fourth checkbox, check that. Yeah. Apply and close. Okay. Now red have vanished. Perfect. Absolutely. Now we did not add the dependency for MySQL, right? So open your browser and open a tab over here and say MySQL dependency Maven. space. You can give a space between the words. MySQL dependency Maven. Yeah, got it. Hit enter. And now click on this first Maven repository link. Yes. And you can now click on the 8033 below. Yeah, click on that. First 8033. And now scroll down. Scroll down. Just click on that box which is showing the dependency. Yeah, click. Yeah, just click over there. Copy, Control C. And now go to the POM XML and come down. See, you see the dependencies tag. Come, scroll down, scroll down. No, not over here. We'll have to go and do it in Eclipse. Eclipse. Yeah, scroll down. So hit enter after line number 46. And paste this. Do a Control V. So it should be in the dependency and do a save. Click on the save floppy disk towards under the edit button. You have floppy disk to save. Click on that save. Yeah, below that. Below you have icon. No. Don't click anywhere. Click outside. You have an icon below the edit. You have that icon of the floppy disk. Just click on that icon. Scroll up. Take a mouse up. Take a mouse up towards the left side on the edit. You see the edit option. Yeah, below that, the right icon, right one. Yes, click on that. That is for save all. So whatever changes you get, it saves. And now your application is building. Perfect. Excellent. Now you got to go to SRC main resources. The second folder. Yeah, expand this. And now go to application properties. And now copy my properties from my GitHub repo and paste it over here. So don't close that GitHub. Yeah, so go back to my handle. Click on UI Solanki. Click on UI Solanki towards the left. Under products. Under products, you see UI Solanki. Under products, product solution, resources. Under the black bar. Under the black header, left. You see UI Solanki left. Yeah, click on that. Click on UI Solanki. Below that. Left. Remove, come out of that. Yeah. And now go to repositories. And now go to first one. Project batch, yes. Go to SRC. And go to main. Go to resources. Apply properties. Now just skip the first line and copy line number 2 to 8. Because your project name is different, no? Copy it, Control C, and paste it over here. Okay, hit enter. The only changes which you guys have to make is at line number 7, the driver name. So between MySQL and JDBC, just write CJ. Between MySQL and JDBC, you see com.mysql dot, write CJ. CJ for core Java. CJ dot. Perfect. Save it. The database name is the same, right? Project CMSDB. Excellent. Now let's minimize this resources tab and open the SRC main Java. Open the, yeah, up. Just above that package. Yeah, up. Just minimize this. Yeah. Click on the minimize button and minimize the below one. So you have only one thing open. Yeah. And now make all the packages over here. Right click and make the architecture of the project. Below. No. Yeah, right click over here on the package name. Go to new and package. New and package. Yes, so first package is .entity with a small, yeah, perfect. Finish. Excellent. Now again, go and click on the top one, new project. Yes, right click, new package, dot controller, all small. Excellent. Finish. Again, dot service. Perfect. Again, dot repository. No, cancel out. Yeah. Right click, new. So all these packages should be the child package of the main package. Okay, don't get any fancy package name. Repository. REPOSITORY. Perfect. And now right click and make dot security. Excellent. Perfect. Now open the first package, which is in brown color. Expand that. Expand the package in the first. Yeah, expand it. Now right click on this class. Right click on it. Right click and run. Okay, sorry. One thing I forgot. Click outside. What is your password which you gave? So line number 6, put your database password. The one which we had while installing the software which we had given. Yeah, guys, remember this. Okay, perfect. Now save all. Click on the floppy disk, the multiple floppy disks, save all. Perfect. Absolutely correct. Okay. Now right click on this Java file which has the main method. Right click on it and run as Java application. Run as below. Perfect. Run as Java application. Java application. Second option. Perfect. So now if you can get the startup message means we are good to go. Yeah. Just make it a bit bigger. Make it a bit bigger. Make it a bit bigger. Perfect. Yeah, allow. Excellent. You see, it has started on port number 8010 and in 5.26. Excellent. Perfect. So me and Sanjay are on the same page till now. So today's task was successful. We've installed the relevant softwares and we've made the structure of our project. So tomorrow we will try to populate these empty packages. Thanks, Sanjay. Thank you very much. It was very interesting interacting with you. So like this, if people can volunteer. So by default, I'll keep Sanjay as my volunteer. If anybody else also wants to learn the technology faster, then they can also volunteer. Okay, so I'll teach for hour or maybe 75 minutes. And the last hour or 45 minutes we'll keep for your practice and doubt solving. So those who are practicing at home and are finding any difficulties can raise their hand and share their screen and we can solve their doubts. Okay, I hope this pace is sufficient for good for you guys. I'm going very slow and see one of your class members has done the entire setup from A to Z till now. So I don't see any excuse why anybody from you all cannot do it. If you all are struggling, watch the recording and make yourself up to date. If still struggling, then next day, as I start the session, please raise your hand and say, sir, yesterday I was practicing, I was facing this difficulty. Please, can you sort out my difficulties first and then we'll progress. So I'm okay with that also. And I'll keep Sanjay as my single point of contact. So whatever I am doing, I'll ask Sanjay to do it parallelly with me. So I will do 1 hour and 1 hour Sanjay will do for you guys. Make sense? Okay, guys, then. Susmita, is it okay for today?
Yes, sir. You can wind up for the day.
Okay. Bye, guys. Take care. See you all tomorrow at 7 sharp. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Bye.
Okay.
So students, I'm sharing the attendance link again on the chat. If you have not marked your attendance, kindly mark your attendance and then drop the session. Remember, attendance is very mandatory. Like you have to get above 60%, then only you will get your certificate. So don't forget to mark an attendance. Kindly mark the attendance and then drop the session. We'll wait for 2 more minutes so that you will get a time to mark the attendance. If you have not marked it, kindly mark then drop the session. If anyone has any questions, you can just ask me out. I will reply for that. So what is the 60% of 15 days of classes? It will be around 9 to 10 days. So don't just learn for the, like, don't stay the session for the certificate. Okay, learn for your knowledge. We are providing something, make a use of it. So if you watch, like there is a question from Raju, Madam, I missed the yesterday's session. Where can I watch the recorded session? So Raju, I hope you are aware about the dashboard, I mean the LMS. So once you log in there, you can see the recordings of previous classes. Okay, guys, I hope you all marked your attendance. We'll wind up for the day. Again, we'll meet again by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure that you will be joining the session by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Okay. Thank you all. Good night. See you all tomorrow. So there is a question, ma'am, my LMS portal is not working, right? Can you provide me the video link or YouTube as well? So like Chandan, if your LMS is not working, you can do one more thing. I will just share the mail ID, that is edl@excelr.com. Whatever the query you have, just ping it on that mail. We will help you out. We will just check what was an issue you are facing. edl@excelr.com. Okay, thank you all. Good night.